When you lose a daughter, lose a child, they occupy your mind totally. But the same token, Caitlin did too, our youngest. And within days, I was already on the phone trying to get her some help. We first phoned 310 COPE, and she got to see a girl there, and she was marvelous, because you're only supposed to see somebody for 6 weeks with that facility, and then supposed to go on, because, I don't know, 6 weeks you're cured?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
6 weeks, the emergency has passed,
Yeah.
according to them.
But she was on a list for somewhere else, and without a word of a lie, Lisa died September 19th, and I think I got the phone call September 20th from the hospital saying that there was room for Caitlin. Hallelujah. A whole year later, when she experienced the worst time in her life. She was going into grade 9. She did some things that she shouldn't have done. She was totally separate from me. Was she separate from you?
Yeah, she had trouble. There's no question. She certainly had trouble relating to us with her feelings and what she was going through. And, it just was difficult to try to help her when you couldn't. She wasn't taking your help.
So we're very fortunate to have this counselor, Michelle, who took her on for a full year, as well as there was the guidance counselor at Denison High School that basically said to Caitlin, anytime that she needed anybody, she could just come down and play solitaire on the computer if she needed to. And she took that refuge an awful lot. So when we got Caitlin settled, and after my mom died, it was almost like we had to wait till everybody was gone before we really did something, but we came to see Keith. And I don't know what we would have done if we weren't able to go to Keith and be able to just talk about our feelings and to go as a couple.
So anyone, who may be in the same situation would know that regardless of what you might think at the time, it might seem like it's maybe, you don't need it, it's going to be a waste. It's not a waste. It actually is certainly worth it to go through it, because it certainly helped us.
Mike at the beginning went because of me. He went to support me and because I needed something. And I think that's a typical response of a male, not realizing that they need it too, but they will do things because they believe that their wife needs it. And as you just heard him testify, it worked a great deal for both of us, and individually, but more as a couple. We learned a lot of strategies of how to just kind of cope with the day and how to live just for the moment and just put one foot in front of the other. Because so many people out there think that, well, especially after a year, you should just be able to bounce right back into life, and life goes on merry as it is. But a year's hard. 2 years are hard. It's different. It's different every day. But it's a matter of just getting up and moving and having your breakfast and going out for a walk, or trying to just get back into some sort of routine and just being able to talk about it. When you don't talk about your grief, it builds up inside. And so for us to be able to have that weekly counseling session, I think it helped us both as a couple, because you heard things that I may not say at home because I didn't want to upset him, or he would say things there, because you try to protect each other. And by protecting each other and not speaking about it, you do an awful lot more harm.
Yeah, it's an outlet, I guess, really for everything you may be feeling inside that maybe it's not appropriate to bring it out, or you don't feel it's appropriate anyway to bring it out at other times. But anyway, in the counseling sessions, it certainly was a place where we could both relate to what we were going through, because it can be quite a bit different. It's certainly something that, in the end, it really helped, going down the road. As you get further away from it, it changes. It never gets better, let's say, it gets different. As I remember telling people, my buddies and that, a short time, let's say within a month after it happened, that there is no way away from it. There's no television, no sports, no music. Doesn't matter. It doesn't make it different. So